The underwater environment off the coast of Long Island is critical to providing marine habitat for millions of fish, supporting a thriving commercial fishery, as well as amazing recreational diving and fishing opportunities. With more than 500,000 anglers in the Long Island region, the marine economy is a key component of the island's economic vitality, accounting for nearly 15% of gross domestic product. New York has always led the way in protecting our natural resources. This spring, New York State embarked on a major initiative that protects and promotes marine life and grows this economic engine for Long Island. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that New York State is embarking on the largest development of artificial reefs in state history.
It does two things. It protects the environment, it grows the economy, and it preserves and builds one of the assets, as Steve was saying, that made Long Island, Long Island.
This ambitious program is providing vital habitat for fish like cod, blackfish, black sea bass, summer flounder, and lobster. New York's Reef Project is being managed by a multi-agency team comprised of the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, New York State Canal Corporation, New York State Department of Transportation, and the New York State Thruway Authority. We are building at 12 reef sites off the coast of Long Island. This summer, we are developing 6 of the reefs at Rockaway, Hempstead, Fire Island, Moriches, Shinnecock, and Smithtown. Next year, we'll be developing another 6 reefs at Atlantic Beach, McAllister Grounds, Yellow Bar, Kismet, 12 Mile, and Matinacock. We're building artificial reefs using a combination of recycled materials that enhance existing habitats, promote biodiversity, and ensure these marine environments continue to thrive. At each reef site, materials are strategically placed, utilizing the patch reef design, which creates smaller, isolated reef patches that are supported by sandy bottom. Before the structures are deployed, all harmful materials are removed, including oils, asbestos, pesticides, and loose debris. One of the key factors of these reef projects is that they will generate benefits immediately, providing shelter and foraging areas for fish and other marine life.
Reefs that have been put down have been colonized in as little as 2 weeks. Recreational fishermen have been able, and some studies have shown recreational fishermen have been able to take fish off of artificial reefs 2 weeks after their initial deployment.
These benefits will continue to grow over a 10 to 15-year period as the artificial structures become covered by encrusting organisms like barnacles, mussels, and sponges, creating habitats similar to a natural reef. On May 31st, Governor Cuomo led the inaugural event at Shinnecock Reef, where 1,093 tons of materials were deployed, including 885 tons of clean, recycled Tappan Zee Bridge steel trusses, roadway deck panels, and steel piles. 3 out-of-commission canal vessels, including a 74-foot tugboat and 208 tons of steel construction materials. As this diving footage of the sunken tugboat shows, marine life, such as black sea bass, are already attracted to this new reef habitat. More recently, we deployed materials to create a new habitat at Smithtown Reef in the Long Island Sound. 2 40-foot decommissioned canal vessels and 75 tons of recycled steel pipes were sunk at the 3-acre site that lies 1.6 nautical miles northwest of Stony Brook Harbor entrance. We've begun developing Rockaway Reef, which received its first barge full of recycled Tappan Zee Bridge materials this July. More materials will be deployed there in August and September, including a 100-foot vessel. Today, as part of our ongoing initiative to provide shelter for fish and other marine life off New York shores, we'll be developing Hempstead Reef with a variety of recycled materials, 115-foot decommissioned derrick boat called Ward's Island, and another 75-foot derrick boat, 2 large steel power plant turbines, and 4 steel bridge trusses. This vast 744-acre reef is situated 3.3 nautical miles south of Jones Beach State Park, and it is 72 feet deep at its deepest point. 3 more barges of Tappan Zee Bridge materials will be deployed in August and September. Development of the Fire Island Reef and Moriches Reef will also take place at the end of the summer. New York is a national leader in taking on critical environmental challenges through funding for the Environmental Protection Fund and Clean Water Infrastructure Act, banning offshore drilling along New York's coastline, and reducing nitrogen discharges into Long Island's Western Bay, as well as leading efforts to combat climate change and strengthen shoreline resiliency. We are committed to building a brighter, more sustainable future for all. Our innovative reef building program is an investment in a stronger, more diverse marine ecosystem that will boost Long Island's recreational, sport fishing, and diving industries, as well as the regional economy.
New York's always led the way. We will lead the way once again. And the proverb that says it all to me always, we did not inherit the earth from our parents. We are borrowing it from our children.